Now listen to this. This is the best part about the Perf. Alright guys, welcome back to Exotic Car Hacks, and today we are going to be reviewing the Performante. Now you may be wondering, why the hell am I reviewing a Performante, and did I buy a Performante? Because I specifically said that I would never review a car I did not own, and I've made a few exceptions there and there telling you specifically why, like the Maserati MC. The guy fits in here, which is a really good thing, which means that most likely most people will be able to drive this, and you have a lot of head clearance, right? And I'm short, I'm like 5'7". Sometimes I want to believe I'm 5'8", like Reggie wants to believe he's only like 190 pounds, but you know, we know when we're not what we're not. Right, Reggie? However, today we are actually borrowing this Performante because I have no need for a Performante when I have such better Lamborghinis, or so you would think. But we're also testing out Reggie's ability to fit in a Lamborghini today, so we're going to find out later if Reggie can indeed do a first road test video with me on this car. Now,
wait. Can I stop you for a second?
Sure.
Didn't we already drive in a Performante together?
All right, guys, so hopefully I'm not gonna die because this is my first time driving out with Reggie. I've never even been with a car with him. Kind of a scary thought sometimes, but you know, he's a responsible man. I don't know if that's even true. Are you a responsible person?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, oh boy. I don't think so.
And then I drove it?
No, you drove an STO.
It's the same thing.
No, that was an Evo.
That was an Evo.
Yeah.
And it's the same size as the Evo.
I don't know.
Yes, it is.
I don't know.
So you know I fit.
We're gonna have to find out.
So you know I fit.
We're gonna have to find out.
You do know I fit.
We're gonna have to find out, Reggie. I'm sorry. All right. Okay. All right. So the reason we're talking about the Performante today is because I originally did 2 reviews on the Performante when I owned the Performante Coupe, a Performante Spider, and a Performante Coupe again. I've had 3 different Performantes. I even used a Performante Spider on the show Fastest Car. And so today we're wondering, why am I going back in a Performante? And the answer is simple. You see, when the Performante came out, I did say this was the best possible, absolutely best possible Lamborghini ever built. It is striking, amazing, one of the best driving cars I have ever driven. But you see, the reality was that was back when it first came out in 18, and now we're in 22, 4 years later. And so the reason we're gonna go back for a drive is we're going to basically find out if it is indeed still the best Lamborghini, or has it since then, the Evo, the STO, and the Technica, 3 cars that I have also driven and owned, are indeed better than the Performante, or has the Performante held its title so well? Now, I mean, we know the values have held so strong right around sticker, between 300 and 350. They haven't moved. They've gone a little bit down past that, but they've always come back to that era. So we know this is one of the best hacks from Lamborghini. There's nothing wrong with that. This is a matte, like a Grigio Titan car. It's matte colored, and in addition to that, it's fully PPF to protect it. It has the center lock wheels, which are not my favorite design wheel, but it's cool to have the center locks, and it has the comfort seats, which are must-haves if you're going to be owning a Performante from a resale standpoint and a driving and ownership standpoint. But today we're really going there because look, when I originally bought these cars back to back to back, I didn't have an Evo before. I didn't drive the Technica around the track. I ordered a Technica 2. It'll be here in the next 2 months. And then in addition to that, I also didn't own an STO. And today, having owned 2 STOs, you know, 2 Evos, and having ordered a Technica that I took around the track, I'm going to have a very different perspective driving this again after all those. And we're going to find out why. Even though I did say that I didn't think the STO was as good as a car as a Performante on the road, maybe around the track, but not on the road, I would argue that perhaps a Technica is the only car that has outdone this particular car. So let's go for a drive together and let's find out if the Performante is indeed as good as it was 4 years later, or perhaps not. Ready? Let's go. As you can see, Reggie is fitting, and look, and we are not touching.
But he knew this.
We are not touching. We're going to start the car here. We're not going to ignore Reggie. We're going to start the car. And while the seat is entirely back and almost cracking the back of the car, can you pull your seat forward, Reggie, or you have no room? You have some room?
Like how you pull the seats forward like this?
Yeah, you have room? You see, you heard it cracking in the back. There you go. You're good now. Can you fit?
Perfect.
All right, so there you go. Now we've passed the first test. Reggie can officially fit in the car. This is good news.
So if you weigh 190 pounds, it'll work. You can fit in these cars.
190 pounds?
That's what I weigh.
Trust me, you're not 190.
Oh, I'm like, okay.
I'm pretty sure you're not 190.
Give or take, it's like 190.
No, I'm pretty sure you're not 195. I'm gonna go. Maybe you're killing yourself by 100 pounds there. Maybe 295. Definitely not 195. I'm 190. and I consider myself fat, so trust me.
How tall are you?
5'8".
You're definitely not 5'8".
And 5'7". But I wear those shoes, you know, the ones that make you like 5 feet taller when you have no confidence in life. All right, so let's go for a drive in this Performante. No more jokes, okay? We're good. Yeah. You can tell who doesn't like to get picked on. I'm just joking. I don't care. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Anyways, I know I'm short, but I know I make up for it in cock size, even though I'm not black, so it's okay. Anyways, that was a fact, by the way, not a joke. But anyways, so let's go for a drive here. We're gonna put this key away for a second here and go for a little bit of a drive, see if we like the Performante now that it's been so long. My argument with why the, and we're gonna go in sport mode at least, why the STO wasn't as good as a car is that it wasn't as drivable in the street. It wasn't as exciting. First off, I said the exhaust note is not as intoxicating as the Perf, which has one of the best exhaust notes. I also made a mention specifically that the STO, while having that screen, is incredibly inconvenient and distracting, and while it looks good, it doesn't give you the driving experience of this. Now listen to this. This is the best part about the Perf. Like, it sounds so good, like so good for a car on the road. This is the only car I've ever had where I've said the exhaust note does not need to be changed, altered, or nothing. It is perfect from the factory. It is very hard for me to say that because I modify all things, but this is perfect from the factory. This car is also equipped with a cup holder here. Take a look here, you have a cup holder here, which is very rare, a very rare $2,000 option, but truly worth it. I do it in all my cars. The STO did not have that option because you have a carbon plate there. Again, no cup holder in the STO, a lot more usable. You have this normal panel. You don't have to go through all this crap to get to climate and to get to the radio and stuff. And you're getting a lot of responses, same responses from the street, and the average person doesn't even know the difference between this and STO or anything else, even though 100% agree that the STO is a better looking car. It's wider, it's crazier. It's a race car for the street. But the question is it really worth it? Now the Technica is the cross between the STO and the Evo, which is supposed to be basically a better version of this. But I would argue that that's not always true. Listen to this. Like, I would still argue, I still think, I'm telling you, like every time I drive this car, this brings back so many memories. I would still argue that this is still a better Lamborghini than all of the next generations that have come out for the Huracan. I know it's so hard to say. I told you guys this, I hated the first Huracan. Like the base Huracan I hated. Lots of plastic, you didn't have all this carbon, you didn't have these beautiful like Alcantara everywhere. You had crappy plastic and crappy leatherettes, and it was very annoying to spend that kind of money and basically get a car that drove like a Porsche, didn't have the exhaust note that this has, and more importantly, it wasn't as exciting, and it just was so bland to me. I like the idea of the Huracan. I always talked about the platform being such a good platform for Lamborghini, but I said that car was flawed. Then the Perf came out and I said it was absolutely spectacular. I have not been able to say that a car has been absolutely spectacular for the Huracan platform since the Perf. The STO had a lot of faults. The Technica, I have not driven enough to tell you if it is going to have the same faults or I'll get used to it. But I know for a fact that this is a better, more fun car to drive on the street than an STO all day long. And it may not get the same wit or beauty, and it also may not get the same track type performance, but really who cares? Most of us don't drive on the track on a daily basis. It's like you don't get this, listen, from even inside the car, you get this intoxicating noise, you get this excitement. I don't even get the STO to sound this good with the valves fully open and the car just driving on the street. It's incredibly quiet under 4,000 RPMs, and when you're over 4,000 RPMs, you're basically racing. And the problem is when you're racing, you're already going so fast that you're most likely going to, like get a ticket or something stupid. You can't have fun without going really fast. And this bothers me a lot. And that's why I really like the Perf. And that's why I think the Perf is such a better car. And so I wanted to thank Exotics Hunter for lending me this car today. He's just a dealership that's close to my man cave. This car's for sale if you want to buy it. It's I think 350 grand or 340 grand, whatever. But just look up Exotics Hunter and you'll see this car for sale. But I really really adore the Performante. I think it is probably, I would argue it's probably the best Lambo of all time that's ever been built. And if I only had one exotic I could have in my garage, this would be one of my top 3 choices, especially when it comes to a sports car. It evokes emotion, it serves its purpose, it's a monster on the track, it's incredibly fun on the street, and who else would have thought Reggie fits? There you have it, guys. Make sure you hack Performantes. Leave a comment if you think, yeah, just leave a comment about the car. Forget Reggie. I'll catch you guys next time on another exotic car hacks video. Bye.